Hi, my name is Dave Hudspeth, and today we're going to do magic with sponges. Now, the first thing we're going to talk about is the appearance of a sponge. Not so much how it looks, but how you make a sponge appear. Now, that's one way to make a sponge appear. Another way, of course, is to take the ball, hold it up like this, and tear it into two. So these are just a couple of ways that you can make sponges appear. Another way is to have them in your pocket in one of these. Now, this is a bagless purse. As you can see, it's completely empty. But if you snap your fingers, you can reach inside and pull out a ball or maybe even a second ball. Several ways that you can make a sponge ball appear. Another way is to show the hand completely empty, form it into a fist, tap the back of the hand, tap the fingers, give it a squeeze, and still make a ball appear. So several ways that you can make a sponge ball appear. Another way is to actually reach out into the air, pull some particles from the air, put those into your hand, give that a squeeze, and still make a ball appear. Now, the way you make a sponge ball appear is by hiding it somewhere and then bringing it out, producing the sponge ball. You don't want to use all these appearances at once. Just do one, maybe a couple of them if you want. But I'll show you all five. The first thing we did was have the sponge ball hid in the hand. And I just crunch it up a little bit and hold it here between the two middle fingers. Now, this is called a finger palm, and I can flash the palm this way. People won't see the ball at all, but your hand looks empty, but you've got the ball hid, ready to produce. To produce the ball, all you have to do is bend your thumb under the ball, roll it to the fingertips, and pinch it. So it looks like here, and then you produce the sponge ball. The second way that I produced the sponge ball was I had a second ball hid in the other hand exactly the same way. And so when I produced the first ball, I apparently put this ball into this hand. What I really did was put my thumb on top of it and just turn my hand over at the same time I turned this hand up. So you combine the actions, and it looks like you transfer the sponge ball from one hand to the other. Now I have two sponge balls in one hand, so I can do the next appearance, which is where you get a sponge ball from a sponge ball. And to do this, you simply bring the balls together for a moment and then bring them back to your fingertips. Now, from the front, it looks like one sponge ball. But from the side and from the top, it looks like two sponge balls. So you hold it this way, give it a little tug, and pull the balls apart. The next one I did is where we used the purse frame. Now, this is a purse frame that you can get from a magic dealer, or you can take a coin purse and remove the bag yourself. And what you do is as you get that out of your pocket, you bring out the two balls from the other pocket, and they're finger palmed in your hand. Draw attention to the purse frame, place that into the top of the fist, open it up, and now you're apparently going to show it empty by inserting the fingers into the hands, into the purse, cover the ball, and rotate up. Just do this for a second so that they see it empty. Bend back down, snap the fingers, reach inside, and pull out one ball and even the second ball. Now, as I put this away, I stole another ball from my pocket, but I held that in this position, right here, clipped it with the thumb. I show this hand empty. They don't know about this ball over here. And I close this into a loose fist. I take the middle finger of this hand, touch the middle finger of this hand, and now I simply rotate the hands around. And as I rotate, what I'm going to do is open the fist and allow the ball to drop into the hand and then continue around. Snap the fingers, give this a squeeze, and make the ball appear. And the last one I did is I apparently put this away. I had a ball hid in this hand. I never did put it away. And I'm showing this hand empty again. Now all I do is I reach out and pretend to pull particles from the air and place them into the hand. After I do this a couple of times, I really do place the ball into the hand, and now I continue on, and I can show this hand empty, continue placing things into the hand, give it a squeeze, and make a sponge ball appear. Just as important as making a sponge ball appear is to make a sponge ball disappear. So I'm going to show you some different vanishes right now. The first one is called a French drop, where you hold the ball between the index finger and thumb of the palm-up hand, and you approach with this hand to take the ball. Now, what you do, the thumb inserts into this opening, the fingers close, and as they do, you allow the ball to drop, and you rotate around. So you're here, and you come around like that, and that makes the ball disappear. That's one way to make a ball vanish. Another way to make the ball vanish is to do a finger palm. All you're going to do is just clip the ball here with your fingers, and as you turn your hand over, you hang on to it. So you do that and pretend to drop it into your hand and show that it's gone. It's all timing from one hand to the other. Another vanish that you can do is called a thumb palm. This is where you hold the ball here between the index finger and middle finger, curl it in, and clip it on the inside of your hand with your thumb. Now, this larger action of moving the hand from here over to this hand to leave the ball will cover the smaller action of the thumb palm. So you're here, you come around and put it in that hand, and it disappears. All you're doing is thumb palming the ball en route to the other hand. So you're here and make the ball disappear. Another way with the thumb palm is where you apparently place it into the hand like this. Now this is a little bit flashier, and all you're doing is just thumb palming the ball as you close this hand, so it looks like you've maybe placed it into that hand and it disappeared. Another way with the thumb palm, which is really nice, and especially with an even larger ball, is to hold the ball here between the index finger and thumb, middle finger, put it into the hand, close the fingers around it, wave over the ball, and make it disappear. Now the way this works is you're simply doing this, putting it in the hand, closing the fingers, and as you withdraw, you thumb palm the ball and wave over the hand. And that makes the ball disappear. But they don't see it come out of your hand. Another way to vanish a ball is using a retention vanish. And this is where you're going to place the ball into the hand, and as soon as these fingers go to close over the ball, these fingers will steal the ball back. So it's a timing thing again. You simply place it in, close the hand, and make the ball disappear. So these are some vanishes that you can use. I hope you have fun with them. Here's an interesting vanish that I want to show you right now. Simply place your hand onto the table, put the ball into the hand, give it a squeeze, and make it disappear. Now, the way you do that is you lap the ball. Now, I'm standing, so it fell on the floor, but if you were sitting down, it would fall in your lap. All you do is you make a loose fist, and your hand is here on the middle of the table. Now, as you drop the ball in, what will happen is it'll hit your hand and roll straight back, and then you simply close your hand, come up, and make the ball disappear. Now, you can pull it out of your lap later and make it reappear. It's all up to you. Here's another interesting vanish that you can use sometimes, depending on what you're doing with your routine. I just want to show it to you. You simply take a sponge ball, place that sponge ball down into the hand like so, give it a little tap, and that ball disappears. Now, the way you do this is you use a magician's thumb tip. Now, the thumb tip is simply in the hand, and you place the ball into it. Now, the ball is so large, a lot of people don't even think that it'll fit. All you have to do now is just rotate this hand away, give it a tap. You can wave over it. By pointing the tip directly at the spectators, they won't see the tip, and the ball has disappeared. It's a nice way to finish up a sponge ball routine if you like. Dottie, yes. Do you know what that is? Very good. A lot of people think, though, it's a lemon or the sun or something like that. I've had all kinds of strange answers with this. Look, I'll show you a famous magic trick where you take the ball and you saw it, just like the woman, in two. Would you like to see them get back together? Yes. Great. There you go. You didn't like that very well. Okay, I'll tell you what. We'll continue. Look, what I'll do is I'll put both balls there. I'll cover them up so you can't see them. Okay? Now watch. I'll take this ball, put it over there. This ball, put it here. Say the magic words, abracadabra, and look. No balls over here, and now both balls in this hand. Wow. I'll tell you what. Put your hand palm up on the table. Fantastic. What I'll do this time is I'll take this ball. You take that one. Squeeze onto it tight. You can let go of my finger. Turn your hand over. I'll wave over my hand like this, and look, my ball disappeared. If you'll open your hand, oh, she's got them both. That's fantastic. Look, I tell you what, take both balls, hold on to them good and tight. Once again, let go of my finger. That's all right. Count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Fantastic. Open your hand, you see, and now you have 3 balls. All right, this time, this is what I'll do. I'll take one ball, and I'll put it into the pocket. I'll take another ball, put it into the hand. I'll take another ball, put it into the pocket. How many balls should be in the hand? That's what they all say, but you see there's 3. They're all back again. Look, one ball into the pocket, one ball into the hand, one ball into the pocket. How many in the hand? 1. No, there's still 3. There's still 3. Look, one ball into the pocket, one ball into the hand, one ball into the pocket. Now how many? Come on. 3. That's what they all say, but you see there's none. They come and go as they like. Now, to do the sponge ball routine that I just showed you, you need 4 sponge balls. Now, these go into your jacket pocket over here. As I started the routine, I reached in and I brought out 1, but I really brought out 2. I had a second one hid in this hand, and I just leave it flat on the table. That way it looks kind of natural. Draw attention to this ball, ask you what you think it is. You got it right the first time, which is great. Then all I have to do is add this ball to that one. So I just simply lift straight up with the ball, put it right on top, rotate it around a little bit, and then just saw it in half with the finger. That's it. So that makes the ball cut into 2 balls, okay? you can do the joke about putting the balls back together and all that. Now, I'm going to make the balls jump from one hand to the other. And the way you do that is cover them with the palm up hands. Now, as I pick this up, I do a false transfer like we talked about earlier. Just pretend to put it in there, and I pick up this ball. Now, they think there's one in each hand, but when I say the magic words and open up, then, of course, you've got two over here, which is kind of nice. Now, another way to do this is where you do it in the spectator's hand. Now, you have to get the spectator to put their hand on the table, which you did for me. Great. Once again, I just do a false transfer. I pick up this ball, so there's actually two here. I place them both into her hand, tell her to close her hand, and I don't remove my finger until she closes her hand. The reason is you don't want her to open her hand and see she's got two balls. So now it's good and tight. I turn her hand over, make my ball disappear, and now here's the key. When she goes to open her hand and there's two balls in there, this is very strong, especially for people who've never had this done before because it happens right in their hand. You take advantage of that. When she opens her hand, you now go into your pocket and steal a third ball. So as she opens the hand, you go in and steal a third ball out. Now there's three balls in play, but they only know of two. You have one finger palmed over here. All I do now is just add this to these two balls, pick it all up, put them back in her hand. She thinks there's two balls there, but there's three, and we do the same thing. Make sure she closes her hand good and tight. I tell her to count to three. She does.
1, 2, 3.
You're so good. Open your hand, and now there's three balls there. Now we do where we make the balls jump back and forth from the pocket. Now remember, I have a fourth ball here in the pocket. So when I put this ball into the pocket, I don't put it in the pocket. I actually bring out two balls, the one that I started to put in plus the one that was there already. But they don't know that. And I add that to this ball. And I put these into my hand. So it looks like I put one ball in my hand, but really, I put three balls in my hand. Now I take this ball, put it into the pocket, snap the fingers, and show them three balls have come back. We'll do it again. Repeat the same thing. Put one ball into the pocket, but keep it and pick up the second ball. This comes out, add it to this ball, put that into the hand, put this one away, snap the fingers, and again, there's three balls on the table. Now, for the vanish, where they all disappear, this time you really do put one ball into the pocket. Don't steal anything out. Just get rid of it. Do a false transfer here. Pick up this ball and put those both into the pocket. Now they think there's three balls. They keep coming back, and you show them that all the balls disappear. Here's another neat little move that you can use maybe in a routine. I'll show it to you, and you do with it what you want. You take a yellow sponge ball and you come up and tap it and change it into a red sponge ball. Or, of course, you can change it back again to a different color. This is a spellbound move. Normally done with coins, but it works just as well with sponge balls. You have a couple of different colored sponges here. You hold one in the fingertips of the hand. This one is finger palmed. And now all you're going to do, and we'll do this from here, is you come and clip it with the thumb and then rotate the finger palm ball back in its place. So once again, you're here and there. And that's all there is to it. It's an easy move, and it looks pretty good. You can also do it where you have a coin or something in your hand up here in the sponge ball finger palm, borrow a quarter from someone, and then do the move and make the sponge ball appear and then go into a sponge ball routine. So a couple ideas you can do with the color change. Another vanish that you can use is where you take the ball, put it on top of your fist, push it down into the fist, and make the ball disappear. You do this almost like you're using a thumb tip, except you're not. Place the ball on top of the fist, come with this hand, push it down in with the thumb, but you don't push it down in. What you do is you allow the thumb to ride into the fist, the ball stays on top of the fist, you clip the ball in a thumb palm position, pull away, and you have the ball thumb palm. Show the ball supposedly in this hand and make it disappear. Now, if you're sitting down, you can let the ball fall to your lap and then show your hands completely empty. Now I want to show you another little trick that you can do, and it's a lot of fun, and you can use it as an opener. I'll show you what I mean. This time, instead of a sponge ball, you use a sponge cube. You take the cube and you push it down into your hand and then have the people guess which hand the cube is in. Well, it doesn't matter which hand they guess the cube is in because you've got a ball in each hand. There is no cube. They don't know where it went. Now, if you take these balls and put those on top of your hand, push them back in, very fair about them, ask them where the balls are, they'll say in your hand, and you say, no, you see, that's where the cube's at. There aren't any balls. Now, this is a great way to get into a sponge ball routine if you want. This is a ball to cube, and what it is, it's a square that's hollowed out, and the ball fits right inside there. And you put this with this opening on top of your fist. Now, as you push in, what happens is the ball pushes out, and this cube collapses on itself. You push your finger right through it, so it looks like a ball. So now you keep your hands in motion, and they won't notice that this ball isn't perfectly round. Show it around a little bit like this. Now take the ball, put the opening on top of your fist like that. Put the other ball on top, push them back in, and that collapses the whole thing again so that now it's turned back into a square. Snap your fingers and then show that the square is there. Now when it goes back to a square, if you want, you can say, no, the ball's jumped over here to my pocket, and pull out a couple of sponge balls and go into a routine that way. Hampton Ridge Magic Creations would like to thank you for purchasing this video on sponge ball magic. Hampton Ridge offers a complete line of magic videos. Contact your local dealer for more information.